This user interface is made completely hard-coded. It doesn't have textures, not available in retrospect, becoming an inescapable design in Minecraft Bedrock which rejects every customization. But is it really impossible? I started to begin the journey to answer this question when this happened. The latest interface called OrUI has been replacing achievement menu, profile menu, and play menu since the recent update, and now it's replacing the settings menu. I mean, I did bothered by these changes, but the main problem for this interface is that you can't really change it with a resource pack. Remember when we have cool interface resource pack? Boom! Now it's just gone. The shift to the OrUI is pretty much annoying to many pack makers, including myself. I built this pack a few years ago, and then when I load the play menu, it only appears panorama. To put comparison, this is the old design, and this interface just killed the whole vibe. Seems like Mojang still haven't provided a way to customize it on resource pack. I mean, just look at this community post. Man, I really wish OrUI is customizable within resource pack in the future, but that's on the other day. Recently, I've discovered a tool that you can use to do that stuff. Some of you probably know what I'm guessing. And you know what? Today I'm gonna try myself and also you to customize OrUI. To summarize, there are two different methods. One is using OrUI Customizer, and two completely removes it. I'm not joking, by the way. Go to this minute to check it out. Alright, so let's get started with the first one. As far as I know, OrUI is made entirely with a website language as its source code. Primarily use React.js for the framework. It might sound impossible to customize, however, the YouTube channel A Crafter made a tool to ultimately customize OrUI that ages like a year ago. 1 year. I know this video is too late, but I think it's still worth to talk about it. This is OrUI Customizer programmed by A Crafter. The way it works is by changing the interface color and add some utilities. To do this, you need to choose a version template or drag your own zip file. But wait, you might wonder what do you mean by the zip file? Turns out, the zip file this website asked was the OrUI source code located deep in Minecraft Engine's secret folder called GUI. This folder does not exist in resource pack template. And no, not this folder, it's different. And you need a specific way in order to get one of it. To access this secret folder, step 1. Reinstall your Bedrock using third-party launcher. You can pick Bedrock Launcher, Levy Launcher, or custom launcher you prefer. I recommend Levy Launcher, which basically modding for Bedrock. It supports mod and so much other. If you already got this one, what are you going to do next is enter the launcher app data folder and find the folder name version. The path is different among every launcher, so keep your eyes until you find it. However, in Levy Launcher, you can just go to this icon and open game installation directory. Once you see folder like this, that means you are already inside the game file. Now you just need to go to data folder, and right at the middle, you will see GUI folder. You might want to take a look more. In here, you will see some stuff written in web languages like I said before. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you take a look at the inside, you might expecting some big chunk of code. Wait a second, it's just few lines of code? No, it wasn't. You need to enable Word Wrap View, and now you will see. It is very complicated. Since then, I'm grateful this website exists because I don't want to bring myself to edit these shenanigans. So let's go back. After you found GUI folder, right-click the folder and compress as a zip file. Side note, you must back up the folder in case you will do some recovery in the future. Now you can drag your zip file here and complete the next step. Next is head over the Show Option button, and you can see at the top left there are 3 tabs: the General, Color, and Plugin. The General tab is for tweak some custom utilities, but sometimes they would cause an error if your Minecraft version wasn't supported. Double check by click the zip template and see version available. The Color tab is mainly the core of this customizer. This tab will show you some tweakable color of the OrUI interface. At the bottom, there's a play screen preview for every changes you made. The Plugin tab is where you will add some custom script. I don't know how to do this yet, so I will skip to customizing. And of course, yes, it was harder than customizing JSON UI. Like, come on, how can I do this while I had to customize many colors? Well, actually, there's a better way to do it. First, you need to install PowerToys, because this Windows app has a feature called Color Picker. Let's try to copy this purple color for example. And here we got 734 at the beginning of the hex color. If we go back and scroll down to purple, we can find color with hex that's similar, 734. I currently haven't write any documentation about it, so this trick will be useful for a moment. And you know what? Let's create the documentation. Hello, so this is my OREI documentation and it will become part of my current project's Bedrock GUI docs. It's been 3 days since I'm working on this and it's currently not done yet because I have to deal with Markdown and HTML syntax, which drove me insane. Right after I fill this documentation ready, I promise I will link the website in the comment. So the plan is I want the OREI to look similar with my old texture pack, Dirty Miner 1/3 edition. With the help of my documentation, this process would be much easier. So let's get into it. After all of this, now I will close the menu and click Play Mods. After a few seconds, the download button pops up and we can save the zip file to our computer. As I said before, you need to back up the old zip file for future recovery. Now you just right click the new zip file and choose extract here. After that, drag the GUI folder into data folder. And that's it, the work is done. And we can see what's changed in the game now. And boom, it's now customized. I know, right? This is a very time-consuming process, but at least it's better than customizing this whole CSS code. And yeah, it kinda sucks. I will update this. Another feature of this customizer is the fact that you're able to share your config, which is a great idea for a resource pack maker who wants to match OREI with their handmade custom GUI, like this pack for example. Also, if you enjoy learning texture pack with me, subscribe this channel. I will keep improvising my content and creating useful tutorial. The second method is completely remove it, and it also works for Android devices. There's a way to just replace OREI with the old UI by using mod called Force Close OREI by KeyUI Cottage. JSON UI is in fact not completely replaced by OREI, it's just get overridden. Here's a proof. If you play Bedrock on mobile and immediately tap the play button right after it loads, there are chances for the JSON UI to appear right before OREI. I did this on my iPad like a year ago. Back to the beginning. This mod is a DLL file, requires Levy Launcher or custom injector in order to run it. First, go to this GitHub link in the description, then choose the file format based on your device. Next step is to go to Levy Launcher, click on Manage Mods, go to Import Zip or DLL files, choose the mod, and that's everything you need to do. If we see through the game, you can see that it's completely gone now. Say goodbye, OREI. And did you know that Levy Launcher is also support patched render dragon shader? Just go to Instance Option and Features tab. You can toggle on load render dragon shaders. So that's all you need, OREI customizer and this mod. And as always, be red and blue.